Hey, this is Marcus.
Hey, this is James.
Hi, this is Royce.
This is Nick.
Hey, this is Ty.
Hey, it's your boy MicMo.
Hey, this is Vinny.
This is
It's your boy Shabrady.
This is Jonathan.
You're listening to the
Podcast.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Week 2 in the books.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, how's your week, Chris? Get that dub?
Yes, sir. Got the dub. That's all that matters. It wasn't a
and
pretty
one.
one.
1 and
Yes,
1,
sir.
represent.
Our special guest this week, though. We do have a special guest.
Yeah, very special guest. Let me drop him in.
Hi, I'm Date Mike. Nice to meet me. How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Quick question, Michael. How do you like your eggs in the morning?
Dude. Oh man, I like them. I like those ovary eggs.
Oh my god. What about the goose eggs on the roster?
Oh,
Monday
goose eggs. Damn, I don't have that problem yet.
Oh man, just those two.
Yeah, but we do have a few goose eggs in the win column. Hopping into
Yes,
our
sir.
first quick question.
What kind of
Who
bear
do you
is
think
best?
will go the first person to go 0-3 this week? Go ahead, Michael.
Who do we have? We have who's on the verge?
We
Timmy.
got Timmy, Jonathan, and Vin.
Oh man, I just for the principle of it, I think it's Timmy, dude.
Timmy.
I think it's Timmy.
Yeah.
No, you know, I just I think he needs to start. I think he needs to start making moves if he really wants to like get back in this right now.
Timmy playing Chris this week, so that's a good pick. I personally have I have Timmy and Jonathan going 0-3 this week. Jonathan plays Ty. What about you, Chris?
I as well have Timmy and Jonathan going 0-3 this week. I think it's just
You know what?
matchups.
I have to say Vin too. He's playing me.
Oh, true. All right, so we got all the 0-2 boys going to 0-3 boys.
Yes,
sir.
All right.
Owens stay Owens.
And who is the first person to go 3-0? We got Nick, Royce, and Yi.
All the best keepers, man. I'm gonna be honest. If I start this off, I think all our 2-0s become 3-0s. I think I have them winning out and going. All three of them going 3-0. Their keepers are really doing a lot of work for them right now.
Yeah, true. I'm playing Royce this week, so I have only Yi and Nick going 3-0 this week.
I think I have Nick and E going on 3-0 this week too.
All right. All the strong keepers.
But all those strong keepers, man.
Nick was beatable last week. If I forget his matchup, but I think maybe Pittman got hurt, so I don't. Maybe he won't have Pittman this week. Hopping into our. Oh wait, we have one last question. How many do you think you need to lose before you start selling off your team? Is it 3-0, 0-3, 0-4, or 0-5?
Oh man, I think the fire still starts when you feel like. The fire still starts when you feel like all I gotta do is not get the toilet. That's the mentality. It's like, all right, as long as I don't get the toilet, the fire still starts. So, I know Vintuk is a proponent for like not dealing and just like fuck it, as long as I don't get the toilet, I'm gonna hold on to my chips.
Yeah. What about you, Michael?
When does your fire start?
Michael started at 1-0.
Yeah, dude, that mentality starts week 1. Oh man, but 0-3 is hard to not start thinking about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're like so excited to start the season off, and then like you're like week 1 football, here we go, baby.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, you're fighting to not be in the toilet. That's just feels so bad.
Oh man.
But anything can happen. Chris, you want to do our shots this week?
All right, let's go to shot bets. We have Jonathan didn't pay out 1, so he's gonna lose 2 next week. And we have week 1 payout video from James. You want to show that while we take ours? Or you want to show that right now?
You guys take yours first. I think the audience wants to see that, and then
I'll
show James' videos.
All right, from the last week's shot bets, finally a lot of spicy shot bets. We got the whole league on 1-2. So
Let's go.
First one in order, we got James Jonathan trade talk silent, or was it a conversation? I just chose the other side. It started off silent, but it was a convo, so I take a shot for that. McLaurin versus Dodson. David, the only
The
believer.
lone
So-
believer, dude.
You got Chris, Jonathan, Royce, and Nick taking the shots for that. Then you got Michael versus Royce head to head. Royce won, so Michael's gonna take a shot for that. Chargers versus Chiefs, our big league Thursday night shot bet game. Royce, Vin, Nick, Michael, Timmy, Ty rooting for the Chargers. Jonathan, James, myself, and David rooting for the Chiefs. The Chiefs did win, so you got Chargers fans holding an L. Timmy versus Yee head to head.
Oh, I forgot to do this. Sorry. The soundboard is new. We gotta do it before we go into the segment. Sorry.
Is it, you want to start off with shot bets? I'm like, okay, there's no drop. I should have said
There's
something.
no drop. I'm new to this, guys.
We need a producer. Don't forget about our Patreon. We were looking to hire a producer over here. Myself, and Michael took Knee, and then Timmy took himself. So Timmy loses there. And then we got the podcasters head to head. David sweeping me, which we'll talk about a little bit later, pretty well. And then I got shots for that. So this week's count, I have the most with 3. We got 4 people with 2, with Timmy, Michael, Royce, Nick, all 02, Vin, Ty, and Jonathan, all 01. So, all right.
Pour up,
Let's-
guys.
Let's play that. Let's play that drop one more time since we
Alright.
missed it at the beginning. All right. You got a
I'll
little
pour
boy?
one up with you guys. I'll do a blue
Alright.
baby pour.
In spirit of all you degenerates, I went Henny today.
Oh, yes, sir.
Little tiny
didn't- oh,
Henny.
I
Did
mean-
you have that?
My portable shot glass.
Oh my god.
That's pretty lit.
That's cool. That's cool. But did you have that in
trying to
your back
finish this here.
pocket, or did you have to go buy it?
What the
Henny?
shot glass or the
No,
Henny?
the Henny.
I had to go buy it
Alright, cheers.
because I left my JMO somewhere
Cheers, guys.
else. Salud.
Alright. How many you got, Chris? 3.
I
Oh
got
yeah.
3.
Oh, Michael's got 2.
Oh shit.
Oh, Michael's frozen. Is Michael frozen for you?
Yeah, Michael's frozen.
Alright,
All right, I got one last one.
last one.
Go ahead and you want to put James'
Yeah,
video?
let me pull up James' video real quick. We
take it
do
right
have one
after.
submission.
Ugh. I probably shouldn't shoot bourbon, man. I gotta go buy cognac or something white. Ugh. It's frozen. Let's watch
Michael's still frozen. All we
Alright.
all we heard was, "Oh shoot."
it. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we have some technical difficulties. Can we get our producer to bring Michael back? But we'll watch this video. I guess me and Chris would just live react it. I've never
Alright,
seen this.
fine.
Have you seen it yet, Chris?
I did not watch this yet.
All right. Here we go.
All right, shot bet, Casamigos. Ooh,
Casamigos. Must be leftovers from the
kind of recovered from the wedding.
wedding.
It might be. I bought so much Casamigos and Hennessy for the house, dude.
Is that 4? Did you just pour 4?
No, that's 3.
All right, 4 shots.
I think.
Oh,
my
you
back.
paid 1 extra.
Oh no, it's a
My
3 and a
back.
oneer. I think it's a 3 and a oneer.
Ew.
So I think it is Oh.
What's
Sorry,
up,
guys. My Walmart internet.
Michael? Yeah.
You just missed James's
Here.
4 shots.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, I kind of missed. I will replay it right here from the middle.
Please.
I kind of missed the days when we would people wouldn't pour full shots and we just flame their ass. But now everyone is
Alright,
scared
4
to get
shots.
flamed.
Oh.
Ew. I don't know how you guys can do that. That's amazing.
But-
No. Alright, last one. Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
Cheers.
here's my last one. Hello.
Ugh.
All right.
I gotta get something different to drink, dude.
What are you drinking?
Bourbon. It's not a shoot.
Yeah.
Nope.
breaking news. Oh, breaking news on the waiver wire. It just
This
came.
is just gonna be our breaking news
It's just
drop.
it's our breaking news. It's not really breaking news. It's like just normal news that comes every week.
Yeah.
But we have Michael claiming Tua for $25.
Yes, sir.
Next highest is Royce with 10, Timmy at 6, and Jonathan with 6. Nick going hard for Daryl Williams, $17. Chris with 12.
Yes, sir.
Michael with 7. Vintuk going after the tight end. Higby dropping Hawkinson, by the way. I don't know if I agree with that.
You're talking too much, David.
Hey, I gotta do for the people. All right, this is a
Talking too
podcast for the
much.
people. $13. Chris with Chargers D also $13. Royce with to Carson Wentz for $12. I got Smith $9, no bids. Chris getting Jacoby Myers for $8, 3 bids, 2 and 1, great value there. Michael getting Eagles D for $5. The next closest is 1 and 0. So
Yeah,
anybody
ones
you
and
want to talk
zeros.
about here? Michael, Chris, you guys picked up made a lot of moves this week.
Yeah, Michael, you go first. You
Yeah,
got
I'll
some
go
big
first.
moves over there.
I got the big one. Tua, I had to go for somebody. You know, the unfortunate ankle break of Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was gonna be the truth this year. Doesn't pan out that way, but there's a lot of it's a lot of people with 2 quarterbacks, which I'm not used to in our league.
What the
That
fuck?
never happens. And I was getting all these unsolicited trade offers from James, and I was stressing, so I was like, I have to get Tua, or else I'm gonna do something I don't want to do.
Damn.
What was
Let's
he
get my line
asking for?
Jalen.
What was he asking for?
He had some
Either
spicy ones, man.
there's some. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it was that bad, but I really don't want to. I've dealt with not having running backs for too long that I don't want to give up any of them. But he was just asking straight up either CEH or Cordero for Burrow.
Oof. I don't know if I'll do. I don't know if I'd do that, but
Oh, he froze.
he's frozen. All right. What about you, Chris?
Oh man, is that face staying on?
Yeah,
That's
it
pretty
is. It's
lit.
on.
All right. No, but for him, there was a pretty spicy one. It was his birthday. He celebrated on Friday with his not his brother-in-law technically, but his girlfriend's brother. And at the range, I think he was lit at the range, and he goes,
My
"Hey,
bad.
Dalvin Cook for AJ Brown." I was like,
AJ
"Oh shit!"
Brown.
I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then James pressed it a little bit too hard, and then probably sobered Mike up a little bit, and then Michael, was like, "Okay, never mind." But yeah, that was a pretty spicy trade talk. I just bring that up because we were talking about trade talks he
Michael,
had with
talk
them.
about
Yeah.
that a little. What is going on
Where
there?
where was that at? Was that at
He
You were
doesn't.
golfing.
He doesn't remember.
You were
bro.
golfing, and then it was just in our chat, and you were golfing. And
that's it, huh? I was drinking too much.
I
dude.
know.
Like, get that in
I
me.
know, and then he flipped it for something else, like Kyler, AJ Brown for 2 other players, and then I think that might have sobered Michael up, or just a little bit too much.
It got a little bit too hot for me.
Yeah, James thought he would actually just counter it, okay, let me do this talk, right, this and then this, and then Michael probably sobered up or was too busy golfing, whatever it
Damn.
was.
Damn.
There was another one that came out. I think it was Dalvin Cook and Waddle for Kyler and AJ Brown.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Who in Waddle? This was before the big game?
Dalvin Cook and Waddle. Yeah, before the big game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways.
Spicy.
Hey,
All right, so jumping
that's
in.
pretty spicy, but jumping right, just going back to our waiver wire.
Waiver wire segment. Sorry, a little.
Hey, this is all here.
Trades
This is all hearsay.
Yeah, Nick, 17. I wanted him for 12. I didn't think too much of him. Michael, what you thought with the 7 bid? Daryl Williams.
For Daryl Williams, it was just kind of I think 17 is good. It's think about James Conner getting hurt pretty often. You want that insurance, and Daryl Williams looked good playing. So, I was trying to push a little bit more, but I think I was more focused on the quarterback that I wasn't really worrying about that. So I threw something out there. It was literally last minute, but I wasn't too worried about it.
Yeah. I put in a big for Higbee mainly because I wanted to keep him from Timmy. And then I thought if I got Higbee, I could make a trade with either Higbee or Mark Andrews personally. So that's why I put 12. I was debating him. But the one I really wanted was Chargers D. I'm glad Nick paid 9, so that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. I think Chargers D has a good slate of games coming up, and I thought they looked really, really good against the Chiefs. Just unfortunate at the end there. Royce, 3 bids. Carson Wentz. Was Carson Wentz your backup pick, Michael?
Yeah, I had a bunch of backup options. I think. Yeah, Carl Wentz was one of them. Got through one for like even Goff.
Okay.
But, yeah.
But that was the big one.
That was the big one. Yeah.
You know he has Buffalo this week, right?
I know. I know.
All right. Just saying.
Yeah, I thought Carson Wentz might have been gone higher than Tua, to be honest. Because
I think the thing is with Carson Wentz, though, the Eagles look pretty good, and
the Eagles D looks good too. You know,
they look good. Carson Wentz. If you watch Carson Wentz play, it's pretty scary. Like you don't want to watch it. You just want to wait for the end result because it's been turning out pretty good. But so I feel like whatever quarterback I went with, I was stressing this week about which defense they were playing.
Got it.
All right.
So I just went with the guy that
I felt like it wasn't
a
good streaming week for quarterbacks. So that's why
no,
I know Timmy needed a quarterback, and I wasn't too worried about that. David, thoughts on Irv Smith for 9? No,
I mean,
no, not contested.
That's pretty surprising considering like a lot of people needed. I thought maybe like a couple like backup bids, like a couple $5 bids here and there.
Yeah.
But I watched the game. Irv Smith looked pretty involved. He had a couple bad drops. So he could have had a much higher scoreline. He just couldn't hold on to the ball. He was like wide open on some of them too. He just couldn't hold on. So I think he can get that corrected because he does look like a pretty big part of the offense if they're not all just feeding
Justin
Jefferson. He could be the other white guy to come in and play and fulfill that Adam Thielen role, I guess.
Isn't Irv Smith black?
I don't know. I thought he was. Let me see.
I'm pretty sure Irv Smith is black, dude.
That's true.
Let me look this shit
I'm looking at the picture right now.
He's
not a white guy.
He's a little caramel.
Oh, you know what? He's a little caramel.
Oh shit! Okay, he might be in between.
I can't even tell now.
He's a little caramel.
All right.
Is Herbs? Hey, can we get the producers on? Is Herb Smith?
Bet that.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. Not a lot of safety bets.
Michael's D 5, and outbidded everyone else. I thought that was a good pick as well. I definitely overpaid for Jacoby. Anyone you wanted you didn't get, or anything you saw on the waiver wire that was kind of surprising?
Let's take a look.
All right, did you guys look at that? I'm gonna say I was asleep at the wheel. Actually, I thought someone picked up Jordan Mason, so I didn't even look for him. And I typed his name, and I thought he was picked up. But I must have typed the wrong name in.
I picked up Jordan Mason, and I dropped him Sunday night for a kicker because the matchup was too close between me and Royce. But
and then I didn't think Rashad White was out there. I thought I might have wanted him. Those two I was surprised, like fuck, like I would have liked them, but I did need a replacement with Jacoby. I actually really like Jacoby. So,
I like the Rashad White pickup. I did look at him, but the same thing for the Darrell Williams. I was just too focused on quarterback that I just like I was okay. I'll go for one running back, see how that goes, and I didn't put anything back for Jordan Mason or Rashad White. I was just like I'm okay with just
Thoughts, David?
I'm sorry, I was looking up to see if Irv Smith's profile. It's ambiguous. Okay, so nothing there. It's a dead end. But I do think the Jacoby Myers pick was pretty good. I mean, you're paying for the targets. We have half-point PPR. Was that like 5-point floor? Catch a couple of balls. 10 points maybe. So good pickup. I like those high volume guys, like the poor man's Brandon Cooks or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised. Someone that needed players that didn't get anyone was Marcus. Asleep at the wheel again. Yeah, didn't put bids in last week. Had Dalton Schultz PCL, Matt Ryan with like 0.8. And he didn't pick up. So that was interesting to me.
He's got stuff going on, man. Or so I've heard every year for the past 3 years, but yeah.
He's making a lot of moves after waiver wire day, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
we'll see.
That's because he's asleep at the wheel. And he's oh shit! All these notifications. What the fuck do I do? All right.
He still thinks I waiver wire.
All right, sorry.
3 words for you.
Oh my god.
3-word. You guys guessed right. We got the 3-word game back
Yes,
for a
sir.
3rd season. I think it's one of the more fun games. It's pretty
Absolutely.
fun. Our topic of the week is James' wedding. So, Booty League members that were at James' wedding, we got 3 words to describe them at the wedding. Start us off, Chris.
All right, so we're gonna go one each.
Yeah,
Going
let's do
down.
one each.
Okay.
We all have someone different. I might not remember if you were there. I'm sorry. But Ty is in my heart. Like, yeah, I know James's weddings and Vanny's wedding, but the MVP, the most valuable person in that room was Ty. He saved my life. I've had to save his life before. I've never had my life saved. This guy carried me to my room, made sure I threw up. Man, like, dude, had my back. But yeah, my boy saved my life. The most valuable person in that room for me, because I was fighting for my life, man. Fighting for my life for sure.
Let's not get it twisted, all right? Ty did the bare minimum to save his life. All
Hey,
right.
sometimes that's all it takes.
Ty's the type of guy that would just resuscitate you and then just walk away. He's breathing. I'm good.
Oh man, no, he got me to my room, dude. I threw up at home. Apparently, so apparently I got to my house. There's a picture of me getting to my house at the front of my door, and I'm leaning hunched over, like throwing up. And Ty's like, dude, you're checking sleeper.
You about to do something you were gonna regret in the morning.
Oh man,
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, that's my first one, the MVP Ty. All right, Michael, what do you got?
All right, first one was out to David. My 3 words are sprung on Victoria. Don't, dude, honestly, this one was hard. Once you guys said it was James's wedding theme, I was like, oh, this is so much harder. There's very little things I remember from that, but all I remember from that weekend at least is that lap
Is
dance.
Victoria.
Is
That's why-
Victoria.
That's actually
Alright.
I flipped that one for you, just for
Yeah.
you, because you're like,
Alright.
I don't know what to put. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's nice.
David,
That's
go
nice.
ahead.
Mine is
That'd be
I
Victoria.
guess,
Excuse me.
I guess I have Michael. I have Michael also, and this one is in quotation marks. I worked the hardest. All right. Because if you guys don't know, Michael, like shit-faced drunk, went up to the bridesmaids who have been carrying this wedding on their damn backs, and he
So
went up to
bad.
them and he said, "Y'all," she's like, "Michael, can Michael, can I get some help here?" And then Michael said, "Hell no." I'm just paraphrasing, by the way. "Hell nah. I worked the hardest. You don't understand. I'm busting my ass, getting everybody on the dance floor." You
Dude,
know how
I just found this out a couple days ago.
Oh
I
man.
found so after all this shit talking we were doing on Omar, I was just as bad. That's just as bad as what he did.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. All right.
Back to
Chris.
me. All right, Marcus. Sometimes we got the Timmy likes to put the name highest in the room. Between all of us, Marcus got to be the quietest in the room. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
one word, right?
in that's right.
One word.
Yeah.
Quietest in the one room.
Yeah. Okay.
I did get a chance to say what's up to him. It was a good time, like seeing Marcus. We don't get to see him often. Got to see a lot of our Ling Non Jungs, and I just forget how much mutual friends like James and Vanny and I have. That it was a good time seeing everyone. Didn't get to see him much besides at the table and during cocktail hour. I dropped by to say what's up. I think him and Peter really, but yeah, shout out to them. Quietest in the room, unfortunately, or not unfortunate, because we were pretty loud.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
My next one is out to Chris. After the best man speech, I don't really think I saw much of Chris after that until the next day, where I saw a picture of him hunched over with his arms on a crucifix. So my 3 words are passion of the Chris. Of the one word. Of the one word, of course. Passion of the Chris.
Of the. All right.
Oh man.
My boy chiseled
Yeah,
like Jesus
my
Christ
boy's
on the crucifix.
yeah. Like, he's still
Dude,
built.
I went through the tables with you, dude. Were you that drunk already?
I might have been. You know what? You're right. I do remember the tables.
I
I was
mean,
busy fanning James down though.
all right,
Yeah,
all right.
he's
David,
working
number two.
hard. He's working hard.
David,
Number
number
Hey, I
two.
two,
was
I
working
had
hard.
I had Jonathan. I feel bad for him because his 3 words were "Where is Kelsey?" Because I feel like he heard that at least 3, 4 times that night, and he had to just keep explaining, "Hey, man, she's in Hawaii. Didn't get an invite." So I think he was getting a little tired of explaining that to everybody. So, but honestly, Jonathan, I don't remember you at the besides at the table. I don't remember interacting. Maybe I did. Maybe I danced with him, but I don't remember much from that day.
Why do we
But
choose this theme when the three of us don't remember shit from the wedding,
but
Don't
dude?
remember anything, dude.
but I do remember asking him where Kelsey is when I know
Oh.
damn well where she is.
All right. Moving on to mine. Vin took. I got it. Vin took's the hype man. And he's always hyping everyone up. He's pumped up for what everyone's doing. My boy, he said he heard the music turn on. He was like tearing up. He said my speech was done. He went over, dapped me up, said my speech was good. So yeah, real
Nice.
Munchkin, the hype man.
A real munchkin. A real munchkin. I
A
like
real
that.
Munchkin. If you know, you know. If you know,
If
you know.
you know.
All right, Michael, number three.
Number 3, James. My 3 words is throw it back. One of my flashes of memories. I'm standing on whatever I was
Flashes
standing
of-
on the dance floor. I was standing on something.
You're sitting in a
And I
chair in
just,
front of the DJ booth, weren't you?
it was something. I was in front of the DJ booth, but one of the memories I definitely remember is I look into the dance floor. I just see James in the middle, throwing it back on Vanny. So those are my 3 words: is throw it back for James.
Oh,
Very
nice,
nice.
very
Very
nice.
nice.
I had Nick next, and Nick's 3 words are "wish I remembered," because I swear to God, this guy's the first one to black out. I mean, at the tables, he
Yeah.
was like listening. There's a story of Nick at the tables where we are all sat down. I don't know how many shots he's had. It couldn't have been more than like 5, right? So Nick's at the table, and James' dad is like talking his like dad like speech or whatever, and then Nick's just there like this, like just head bumping, and then I'm like, oh, Nick's really enjoying this, and then Nick comes over to me, he leans over, he's like, hey David, that shit was fire, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it
Oh.
was all right, I guess, like for like a speech, right? But it wasn't until after the fact that no matter what came out of his dad or James' dad's mouth, Nick was like listening to music in his own head. Like
Dude,
he was like
that guy.
he was like rocking out
Oh
to
my god.
like some like rock in his head,
Yeah.
and he was just jamming out to it, and he was like, David, yo, that shit's fire. And I'm like, it's like okay, but so that guy, wish I remembered.
All right, real quick about. Oh yeah, shout out to Nick and David. Save our lives. David bought us a bunch of McDonald's. Nick bought us a bunch of coffee. But no, Nick was like, dude, there's a part where you're rapping and it was amazing. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't rap during my speech, dude. He's like, really? I was like, no.
Yeah, Nick was in another dimension, dude.
Yee's 3 words. So I got the last word for each of us. Starting off this round, Yee is the brightest shooting star. Because shooting stars, they shoot bright and very fast. They're only there for a little bit. I heard through hearsay, like I wasn't there too much. I didn't see Yi around too much, but I heard Yi was dumb lit during cocktail hour, double fisting. You never saw him without 2 drinks in his hands, and had to take a nap on the couch. Dude, my boy was lit.
Yeah. He never made
Alright.
it past the shark fin soup, bro. He said after the shark fin soup, he said, David, where's the restroom, my brother? And then he walked all the way over to the restroom. I walked there with him. He's like, I think I'm good now. And then he just went out into the lobby on the couch and just caught KO'd for the rest of the night.
All right, Michael, your last word.
My last one, Timmy. I don't remember much. I remember, dapping you up, but
I know. How many times do you think we dapped each other up, Michael?
so many.
times.
So my three words for Timmy, just for the love of the booty league, it's eat shit, Timmy.
All right. When's your guys' matchup? You guys play yet?
No, not yet. I don't think we play till like week 8.
All right. So my last one, last but not least, I have Royce, and Royce's 3 words is undrafted free agent, right? So because James needed a spot groomsman on like a couple months coming up to the wedding, so that he calls in Royce off the bench, right? So Royce is an undrafted free agent, so he's been pouring his heart and soul, putting in the work, making his spot mean it. Whereas drafted guys like Michael, Omar, Tyler be putting in no work the entire time.
Oh my
They have
God.
that high draft.
Oh
They have,
my God.
they have high draft capital, whereas Royce got to
Follow the
come.
money.
Yeah,
Follow the money.
Oh no.
Royce got him
Oh,
a
wow.
grind. Never underestimate the heart of a free agent. All right,
Yeah.
an undrafted free agent.
Oh my
But
God, dude! I'm
damn you,
Shit.
high draft capital.
Dude, we got our payday and we just said,
Yeah,
"Fuck
you
it.
said
We'll show up when we show up."
Hey, I earned my first round pick. All right.
Yeah.
I earned my
you
first
did.
round
Yeah,
pick.
you did. You're the only
but-
non-bust.
but James busted the rest of his draft.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is James' wedding party. I'm gonna be describing someone's draft soon, dude. the midway draft. Oh shit. Oh God. Okay. Week 2 predictions. David swept the floor with me.
Wait, is there a drop?
Do I have a drop for this?
I don't think we
I
have a
don't
drop
know.
for this one.
No, we should
We-
though.
All right. Thank
Wait.
you, Michael.
Not yet. Not that one.
All
Wrong
right.
one.
David, roll into our week 2 predictions. I hope you guys had fun with our little segment. It's not our usual 3-word game, naming teams and stuff. David went 5 and 6, predicting. All of us got Ty wrong versus Nick. David got Chris, James, Royce, David, and Yi winning otherwise, and he went 5 and 6, bringing up his the total for this week being 83%, running total of 58%. Royce and I had the same picks, the guest last week, and myself both going 50%, going 3 and 6. So our running total is still at 50%. Any thoughts on the last week, David?
I mean, I think Nick and Ty's game was pretty close, but Ty had $2 that game against the Saints. It's just not a great matchup for Mike Evans or Tom Brady, so he should have not played into the Mike Evans narrative and not played Mike Evans. Nick's team did pop off with Lamar Jackson and Cooper Kupp, so it'll be interesting to see how Nick's team rebounds with like Zeke not getting his normal workload or what we thought. Chris 2 for 2 on goose eggs this week. Except who would have known Marcus actually had a player get negative points, and our biggest fear, getting negative points and then getting injured in a close matchup. So yeah. And other things noting, Royce squeaks out the win over Michael, despite Michael only getting like a couple points from Trey Lance, so that's pretty spicy.
That was my big point too for that matchup. Go ahead, let's finish that up.
And thank goodness Yi won against Timmy, because we all, if you listen to the end of the podcast last week, we all said Yi was the runaway winner, and Timmy said, or Timmy's like wanted to prove he said we're greening, fam, and so Timmy almost had the biggest "I told you so" he's ever had in his life. So thank God for that.
All right, Michael, you have some quick takes. Go ahead. Your quick
Yeah,
takes.
yeah. For Nick and Ty, he has some players that are just doing overtime for him. Lamar Jackson with a 40-point game. That's that's crazy. And Cooper Kupp, all reliable. Him being able to use Curtis Samuel and still putting up points like that, pretty good. So yeah. Chris and Marcus. Chris, dude, Jalen Hurts. I really thought like it was gonna be a close one, or you were gonna be like just shy, but Hurts, man.
Hit
Sorry
my line.
about it, Chris, dude.
Hit my line. I told you,
Jalen
right?
Hurts, man. Yeah.
I made a speaking of spicy trades, I said Mark Andrews. What was it? Mark Andrews, Jalen Hurts, and like AJ Dillon,
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook, and who?
And it was
Dalvin Cook. Someone.
It was Dalvin Cook. Someone. Yeah.
It was someone dumb too. I think it might have been like, you know what? It's Dalvin Cook, Trey Lance.
Dalvin Cook, Trey Lance. Hindsight. Oh well, hey,
oh, well.
Whatever.
Was that a huge trade?
That was a trade offer I offered.
Holy shit.
He said no.
It's
hindsight's
too many times. Yeah, hindsight's too many times I've given up my first round pick and it just hasn't worked out for me. So PTSD.
See, sometimes
neither here nor there. Whatever.
You rather have would you rather have him on your team and not work out for you than have him go somewhere else and work out?
Yeah, I'd rather have him be on my team and not work out.
Okay.
100%.
All right. Finish that up. Hurts the truth. Go ahead.
Yeah. Jonathan and James. Jonathan just needs a starter. He had a bunch of guys out, and it just didn't work out for him. Keeping it short, me and Royce, Trey Lance. If I just had some kind of QB production, I could have been 2-0 right now. But it is what it is. Timmy versus knee. You just got to go against Timmy sometimes. That's just the way the rules are.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh shit. All right. My headlines for this week: Cooper Kupp and Lamar were too good. They coasted off a win with Ty's underperforming team with a goose egg from the Colts. I am the king goose egg, as you guys know. Delivers another one and barely pulls off a win. I did go against Tyreek Hill, which he went off. I took a little midday nap, and I woke up to Tyreek Hill with a 30 bomb. I was like, oh man, Tyreek Hill's locked up. It's cool. Woke up to him with like almost a 40 bomb. However, he did have Matt Ryan, Dingleberry, and Schultz do him no favors for a combined 3.7, the three of them. And I still almost lost, to be honest. Jonathan didn't have a chance from the start without his starters, just like Michael said. This shot bet game was close, unfortunately. Trey Lance was hurt. And JT and Kyle Pitts, quiet games, 8 points between the two of them, which is very quiet from JT. And Kyle Pitts hasn't proven his draft pedigree yet. David and Vin, David, most points this year. How does it feel?
I beat the brakes off of it. I almost doubled his ass.
And hold on now. That was with a goose egg, right?
I know.
That was with a goose egg.
I could have benched him. And I could have benched Diggs, and I could have benched another person, and I would have won.
Oh man, dude, talk good song. Yeah, Chubbs and Diggs with 30 bombs. On the other hand, Vin had Mooney with 0.1, and Primetime Kirk showed up. He had like 7-8 points, something like that. Very little. Timmy Yee, first of all, identity theft is not a joking. It's a very serious crime. But the real Top Gunner, please stand up, takes a close one. Even though 30-point Aaron Jones bomb couldn't make up for, I think, which was a huge misplay. Taysom Hill, 1.4.
I thought so too.
If he played a legit tight end, a different tight end with like 2 receptions for 20 yards, he'd win this week, right? That's definitely on Timmy. As much as I want to clown like Timmy for whatever, like his team went off, he did have a misplay with the Taysom Hill pick though. So yeah, let's jump into looking at the power rankings.
Wait. All right, P-Man bringing in our power. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Or no?
It was low. It was a little low.
All right.
It was like it was winning out. But yeah,
YouTube audience, let me know in the comments if it's loud or not. All right, I don't know these things.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
He been bringing our power rankings. Our first power rankings this year. James being a lame-o, right? He had probably husband shit to do. Biggest slide, dropping 6 spots. Jonathan dropped 6 spots from last week to this week. Even though we didn't see it, he dropped from 5 to 11. David, the biggest riser, going from 11 to 6, rising 5 spots. And just looking at the power rank score, the close ones being 1 and 2, Me and Royce 1.41, 1.56, 4 and 5. Michael and Ty separated by 0.14. 6 and 7, which is David and myself, separated by 0.07. And then 9 and 10, Marcus and Timmy separated by 0.27. So pretty close, so far. Still week 2. Overall thoughts on the power rankings, if you got a chance to look at it. Michael, what are your overall thoughts on
Honestly, the only thing I really had a chance to look at was mine, because I'm so used to checking power rankings and me being at the bottom. I was like, I was looking, I was like,
Kid from the
I don't see. I had to check to make sure I was looking at the right color. I was like, oh shit, I'm like full up there right now. Only thing I really had a chance to look at, but yeah, I mean, hey, that's all that matters, really, right?
I mean,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you guys ever like 1 week you look at your team and you're like, my God, my team is a pile of dog shit. What the fuck am I gonna do? And then the next week you're thinking like, hey, yo, my team kind of nice. Like it's like crazy how like 1 week of your players performing like just changes your whole mindset.
Yeah.
Because like you
Yeah.
could be like ready like all these guys are bums, they can't do shit, and then the next week they pop off and you're like, holy shit, my team is unstoppable. So don't panic, guys. All right, next week you guys
True.
can be in the top half. I mean, someone jumped from 5 spots, someone dropped 6 spots, so
Yeah.
it's still early. Anything can happen, guys.
Yep. And anything's unpredictable here. But yeah, our first power rankings. Very excited to see it. Always a good time seeing the power rankings, right? So some benchmarks for me or some landmarks for me is the getting the cooking contest date, the cooking contest, draft order finalized, draft and first kickoff, and then our first power rankings. I think first, waiver wires and then power rankings. I think those are the big landmarks for me. But like, oh yeah, fantasy football is really back. Where I'm like, I love this game or I fucking hate this game. So it goes both ways, right?
Exactly.
All right, let's jump into our week 3 predictions.
Yep.
Our first matchup we got is Yi versus Marcus. I got Marcus at wide receiver with Hills and Sanders Adams and Hill holding it down. Otherwise, Yi has a stranglehold on everything else.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that, David?
Yeah, I agree. He like probably wins out in every spot except for wide receiver, where you have the Devontae Tyreek stack. I mean, yeah, if they can pull off like 40 points each again, I'm sure Marcus has a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Marcus has that Adams Hill stack, and they've shown already that being on different teams, they're popping off either way. But all around, like Nee's team is just solid all around.
Yeah,
at least his receivers. I mean, he has receivers that could be just as good as Adams and Hill, but
absolutely
they just need to do what you were expecting them to do.
What is this going to come down to, Michael? What is this going to come down to?
I think the receivers, like I said, Nee just needs his receivers to do what you would expect them to. Yeah. And if they do, he's in a solid spot.
I'm right there with you, David.
I think if Marcus doesn't find the right quarterback, this matchup is like already dead before it started. Like you can't be you can't start out the matchup in a 30-point deficit against Josh Allen. You have to be at least in like a 5 or 10-point deficit. So I say drop both quarterbacks. Matt Ryan ain't it. Dak Prescott with a busted hand when he comes back in 4 weeks ain't it. Yeah. So just pick up like I don't know who's out there anymore. I think Aaron Rodgers out there. You can dust off the those tires. You can also hit up James. You can even hit up Yee. He's got an extra quarterback. You hit up him for a quarterback. I'm sure he'd give up Tom Brady for like whatever at this point. So yeah, definitely get that quarterback right, and then we'll worry about the rest of the roster later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right there with you. Rolling into. That's anything I would change. He's asleep at the wheel right now. He needs to make a move. But yeah, quarterback and PCL from his tight end, Dalton Schultz. So he needs to make some moves there. I know David said that as well. What do you think, Michael? Anything you would change if you were the GM?
Yeah. I mean, the quarterback is probably the most obvious one. But if I was him, would be benching Singletary, and I'm giving you advice, but there's a rookie receiver on his bench that I'm liking. I think he's eventually going to get his.
Watson.
Good
Great
thing.
pick.
Good thing he doesn't listen.
Watson Rogers stack. I like what you're thinking.
David, is the shot bet still on for if Marcus hits you up?
Yeah, dude. What are we on now? Like third season, so 30 shots.
I don't even know,
Bang
dude.
my line.
Wait,
Mike.
what's this?
The running joke is that Marcus doesn't watch this podcast, so he doesn't get this advice. But if he watches this podcast and he just DMs, David real quick, hey, like something, some subliminal.
Hey, I
like,
saw your episode.
Hey,
Take your 10 shots.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna start Traylon Burks or whatever, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna start whatever. Something subliminal to know that he watched the episode.
Mhm.
That's a fuck ton of shots apparently.
I take my shots. Yeah. I take my pound of shots.
All right. Overall, I think we all agree.
Yeah, pretty easy matchup.
All right. Jumping into the next matchup, we got Ty and Jonathan. Definitely an assuming health one because Jonathan did have that rough week against James last week, not having Kamara and Keenan Allen. Assuming health. I got Ty at quarterback and running back, with Pat Mahomes, Henry, Fournette, and then on the other hand, I got Jonathan with tight end holding it down Kelsey and his wide receivers Keenan Allen and Deebo Samuel. Otherwise, everything else is a push for me personally. David, who do you any disagrees or anything else you see about the skill
Yeah, I have
position
the
groups?
running backs. I mean, yeah, I have the running backs going slightly to Ty if Kamara plays. I don't think Fournette has a great game if they can just stack the box against him because Brady has like no receivers. Derrick Henry, I'll believe it when I see it at this point. We don't know. He's not running behind a very good line this year. So Ty gets a slight edge there, but not by as much as you might think by looking at the names. But yeah, everything else, I have flex going to Ty. I think I have Jeff Wilson against Terry McLaurin. I do think with TDP, as everyone, I made that up first, I think. TDP being out,
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson gets like the lion's share of the carries.
Okay. Michael, any differences? Any other thoughts?
No, I like Ty's players a lot more, but this week I think I do like Jonathan's players with their matchups. But I still think I'm giving the edge to Ty on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We all agree that this is going to come down to health. Jonathan, team, right?
Yeah, that's all he really needs.
We do all like Christian Kirk coming in over someone.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to buy Christian Kirk last week, but it's probably price went up, dude.
Yeah, price went up. He's looking
Price
nice.
went up.
He's looking nice.
Yeah.
All right. James and
but
Nick.
yeah. Ty, we are agreed, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, James and Nick. You want to kick us off, David? Thoughts on this, James and Nick matchup?
Yeah, quarterbacks I have going to Nick, Lamar Jackson, that running floor.
Agree.
Running backs I do give the slight edge to Nick. I don't. Oh, Zeke is in now.
Interesting.
He just put him in, but I don't think that makes a real difference here. It's really Najee versus Joe Mixon, so I do give the slight edge to Nick in that part.
Even then, I don't think Chase Edmonds versus Buffalo is it. So that's why I wouldn't. I agree that it's just straight up Nick. But yeah.
Oh, I see. Wide receivers, if Michael Pittman goes, I'll give the edge to Nick there. But if he doesn't, then it's a little bit more even. But I might also just if he doesn't play, it'd be pretty close. But I'd probably lean it over if he doesn't to James if he doesn't play. Tight end.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Mike Williams, AJ Brown, Bateman.
But Cooper Cup's holding you down by yourself.
Yeah, he's holding two of them down, but they do have big play potential. I mean, Bateman and Mike Will got the big plays. AJ Brown target hog of that team. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Fair,
think
fair,
last
fair.
week might have been a Devonta Smith get right game. So I think it'll be somewhere in the middle of the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So any differences with you guys?
I really like Nick's Zeke play. I think I mean against Giants defense. Giants defense playing pretty well, but I think that's the team Zeke needs to play against to get right. Other than that, some of James's guys are a little bit too boomer bust. Like Joe Burrow's not playing the way you'd want Joe Burrow to play. But I'm giving the slight edge to Nick this one.
Okay.
I think the only one, the only position that I think that is more of a push is tight end, but that doesn't make up for the rest of Nick's team personally. Yeah, but yeah, I think this is going to come down to Nick's. James's wide receivers has to keep up with Nick's wide receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd play Olave if Pittman's out. Chris would play Julio Jones if Pittman's out.
If healthy and
if
Pittman.
healthy.
If,
I see. Okay. I don't know. I don't trust that hamstring of his, bro. That thing always be acting up.
It was knee, I think.
It
was knee.
Okay, as a 3-year in a row, Julio Jones.
Julio owns, by the way, the OG Julio owns.
You can't trust that hamstring. That being said, toss him over my way, Nick. I know how to treat that thing right. But yeah, I think
Victoria does, right?
Yeah, Victoria knows how to fix that hamstring right up. But yeah, we all have Nick winning here.
Yep, agree.
Pretty easy unanimous matchup so far.
All right,
Vin versus Michael. Yeah, go ahead.
Since Michael can't talk about that first, right? So I'm gonna go here. Vin, this is gonna be the closest game this week in my opinion. Vin has a slight upgrade at QB, with Kirk Cousins just versus Detroit. That's why, and Tua versus Buffalo. Otherwise, it's pretty even everywhere else for me. David, thoughts on the matchups?
I don't think Tua does well against Buffalo this week, so I do give the edge to Kirk Cousins. Running backs, believe it or not, I'll give the edge to Vin. I like Eckler and Montgomery. Henderson, I think his stock's going down a little bit, and Dalvin Cook. I gotta do it for the listeners, man. Nobody listens to what I say, anyways.
This is just content.
This is just content. They do the exact opposite of what I say. But Dalvin Cook stocks going down also. So see if you can get a 2-for-1 trade there. Derrick Henry for CMC. Would you take CMC for Dalvin Cook and Hendog?
Would I take CMC for Dalvin Cook and Hendog? I take that.
Oh, that's spicy.
Who's the CMC owner?
I'm the CMC owner.
CMC owner.
I didn't even know that. All right. Oh, you two talk offline.
It's too bad I have Cam Akers, so it's fine, dude.
Okay, then you lock that backfield up. So yeah. But everything else, flex I have going to Michael. Gabe Davis over Jamal Williams. I do like Gabe Davis's, touchdown potential with Josh Allen on any given week. So, yeah. What about
Michael?
Thoughts?
I'm always just gonna pick me. I think my biggest weakness was quarterback, so it's really gonna come down to that. The matchup's not favorable, but gotta go with me.
Sure. Yeah, and then you agree with yourself everywhere else. I think Eckler and Dalvin have been pretty quiet. I think they bounce back here. Let's see who's gonna do better. And they both have explosive wide receivers in T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, and also Waddle and Davis. So we're gonna see who's the more explosive one this week. I think that's what it's gonna to David.
Yeah, I would actually play Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Henderson. I think you keep it going with that hot hand.
Interesting.
I just think Hendog stonks going down and down. But don't I'm a Rams homer, so take my word for what it is, right? So I have a close game, but I think Vin gets his first dub here. What about you?
Damn.
I agree with the CH close game. I'm gonna take Michael because I think David and I agree everywhere else. So I gotta keep the content going, and since it's close, I'm gonna lean with Michael.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right. So
We know Michael's got himself,
yeah.
and he's got to figure out his own matchups himself.
Yeah.
Now you got
versus-
me thinking. Now you got me. I wasn't even thinking about CH now.
Really?
All right.
You got right
Chris
with the hot hand.
Chris versus Tim. You can't talk about this matchup, so someone want to start us off?
I'll start us off here. Chris, having the edge. Jalen Hurts, man, that guy. He actually last year he didn't look good throwing, but this year he looks pretty good throwing. I mean, like AJ Brown works wonders, I guess. Running backs, I do have going towards Timmy Christian McCaffrey. I don't know what's wrong with him and Baker's chemistry, but
Baker fucking sucks.
he's
That's
not
why.
throwing the. But did you hear he might get benched? Right? I don't know. If that was like
Baker?
But Sam Darnold's not back yet, so he might get benched when
when-
if Sam Darnold comes back.
Yeah. I don't know when Sam Darnold. I just saw the headline, so yeah. If Sam Darnold gets, maybe we'll get last year's Christian McCaffrey, but
Yeah.
I do like Aaron Jones and Gibson. This week, wide receivers, I do have. Man, Timmy's wide receivers are so shit. I'm just looking through it, and he's got Thielen and Backwoods and Boyd and Claypool. So just every team's wide receiver 3. But so I have Chris going with the wide receivers, tight ends. I have Chris taking it also. But flex, I do have Gibson versus Metcalf. I don't think you play Metcalf here, but we can talk about that more later. What about you, Michael?
I have Chris all across the board. I mean, Hurts over Carr. Hurts has been doing great. McCaffrey, he's still playing well. Like, he's still putting up production. Cam Akers with the matchup against Arizona, I think, is good. That's the thing. I don't think Timmy has good matchups either. And then, like you said, his receivers aren't that good. He might have a chance with tight end, but even then, Kittle might not even play still. So we'll see. I give everything to Chris, really.
Yeah. So any changes you might make? Chris, you probably agree, right? Everything.
I don't think everything goes to me. I do think he has the better running backs with Saquon
Yeah, the
and
better
Aaron
running
Jones.
backs. Yep.
Yeah,
Really?
that's it.
Even with the matchups?
Yeah, I think Saquon's
Aaron
a good
Jones
deal.
against Tampa Bay, Gibson against Philly.
Yeah, they lost Akeem Hicks, which was like their big run plugger this week. So that's why I might be playing AJ Dillon. I'm honestly tweaking with my lineup. I think there's a lot of guys that just can kind of squeeze in and out, and it'd be like, well, you wouldn't fault me for playing whatever, just because Akeem Hicks is out, and yeah, there's just some matchup stuff. But yeah.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, I do like AJ Dillon over DK. I don't think you need to I think here you play to not lose, so no goose eggs, no negative points. So, and I think you got it in the bag. So I think you
play Mostert over DK.
That's spicy.
Mostert over DK.
Yeah, it's a division. It's divisional
Buffalo.
game.
Divisional game.
Buffalo.
That's coming off a big win. They're hot right now.
I'm good, Chief. Not against Buffalo.
All Dolphins are hot right now. You heard it.
All Dolphins are hot.
You heard it from Michael, dude. All Dolphins are hot. Dolphins are a must start.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, we
Michael?
all have Chris winning.
Yeah.
Anything else, Michael?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Last matchup.
Mostert.
David versus.
That is such a bad advice.
David versus Royce. I got David at QB. Justin Herbert versus Carson Wentz at Philly. I don't think that's a good matchup in my opinion. Philly's D looks good. Divisional game. But yeah, divisional game. Otherwise, Royce has running back, wide receiver, and the flex in my opinion. Jonathan Taylor, J. Rob, and then his wide receivers.
Flex? Who are you flexing? What's the flex?
If the flex is Michael Thomas versus Jahan Dotson. Pitts, and then tighten this push with Kyle Pitts versus. I'll give you the push of Kyle Pitts versus Irv Smith. Okay.
Oh, that's wow! We've come to that part in the tight end wasteland.
Yes, sir. The third round pick versus the free agent is a push. Michael, thoughts on any disagrees? Any thoughts on the matchups?
I know the matchup is bad with Wentz, but it's either going to be a blowout where he'll have enough garbage time to just pick up points where it might work out, and we don't know how Justin Herbert's going to be this week, being injured. Kyle Pitts, he's not getting the looks, and what their coach said, like, we're not trying to win or play fantasy, we're trying to win games or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is tough.
It's a tough one. It's a
tough one. I'm sorry, David. I'm giving it to Royce.
All right.
So just talking about what's it going to come down to. I think David needs another boom week. 155 last week with the goose egg just to keep up with Royce. Royce's team is looking very strong.
I need another 150. You're saying to win this week?
Even if you got a one, I think 130 puts you at winnable.
All right. 130 is the mark to hit.
I like your lineup, but it's just against Royce's players. I think it's going to be tough.
All right. So you like Hall over Pollard this week then, and Jahan.
Dude.
I like Jahan Dotson in as the Carson Wentz hedge.
Like I said, I mean, there's probably going to be enough garbage time where Dotson is good this week. He's going to give you some points.
All right. I think I win this week.
My matchup. Sorry, really quick. I think anything I would change would be or Tony Pollard instead of Jahan Dotson personally.
Oh, Pollard in for Dotson. Really?
That's kind of where I'm at with them.
Okay.
Just thoughts, but I do have Royce winning.
Michael has Royce winning, I think.
I have Royce. Yeah. I have Royce.
All right.
Well, I have myself winning, so I think me and Chris have like 2 differences. So
we do have 2
we'll
differences.
find out next week. All right. Have a good week, guys. Good luck. Anything you want to say to anybody?
Real quick, make sure you pay off your shop bets if you are. I'll send it out to the group chat, so just check it. But Timmy, Royce, Nick 2, Vintai, Jonathan 1. Oh, Jonathan 3 now because he didn't pay out last week, so Jonathan's gonna owe 3. But yeah, just pay out your shop bets. Otherwise, good luck this week. Hopefully, let's keep this league spicy. No 0-2ers. Prove me wrong. No 0-2ers. No 3-0. No 0-3ers and no 3-0ers. So let's keep this league spicy.
Everybody spicy.
You want a shot bet that Mostert outscores Dylan?
I'll shot bet you.
All right, right here.
All right.
All right. I was hoping to play that drop. All right.
There we go.
Nice. We'll put it in the books.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
To play, dude.
Good luck, everybody.
All right. Go ahead.
See ya.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, good
Later.
luck.